Alright, hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of What's This? And this week we have Trackmania Turbo, which is free right now if you have PS Plus on the PlayStation 4. So when you boot up the game, you're going to have to select two options, which is your region of the world, so your country, and your region of that country, so your state, your province, or whatever other region may consist inside of your country. And then you'll get sent to the main menu, where you can see we have track building, online racing, campaigns, multiplayer, your garage to customize your vehicles, and your VR experience. We're going to go ahead and skip just ever so gently ahead because I went to check out all the customization options, which I check out a little bit later after I've unlocked a few. So we're going to skip ahead here to where we click the campaign and go to solo campaign. I will not be checking out the track editor or the online play for this game because, well, you get a good feel for this game just by what I'm about to show you here. So I didn't really feel the need to go ahead and highlight the track editor or the online play. I'm sure the game changes quite a bit when you introduce online play, but from what I could tell, I couldn't really see a huge difference. But essentially this is a time trial based game. You have your car and you have a set track that you get put down on, and the whole point is to make it to the finish line in under a certain amount of time. Now you can get super huge big air in this game, like right now that was a huge jump, and I think you get an achievement for that because the course is designed to get you huge air. And I'm grasping, just getting a handle of the controls a little bit because they are a little bit more true to real life than some other games. So the controls, you will have to manage your drifting. And I hit the overhang just as crossing the finish line there. And the achievement is 1 down, 199 to go, because I do believe there are 200 tracks in this game. And when you beat a map, if you don't achieve a certain bronze, silver, or gold time, you'll just get well played, you got a new high score. But you can always enable the gold, silver, or bronze ghosts to race against if you're, not really feeling playing by yourself. I found the ghosts to be a bit distracting. I mean, I guess they can help for pacing and finding out how they maneuver around the track to get gold, but for me, I turned them off for the most part. I turned them on a little bit later in the video so you can get a hold of that. But essentially the mechanics of this game, there is no boost, there's no weapons. It's literally just make it to the end of the track in under a certain amount of time. So I guess the name of the game really does give you everything you need to experience in this, which is Trackmania Turbo. So there's a bunch of different tracks, there's a bunch of different themes that you can get as you play. The tracks don't take too long. I mean, they're not that hard to complete. A lot of the early ones are pretty decent, and they always send you flying off in the air with a ramp at the end, so it's pretty good. And at the bottom of the screen, you'll see that we have world rankings, regional rankings, and then state, province rankings, so you can always tell how well you're ranking for other people in your area. I was never doing too well in any of those regards, and I wasn't sure if they took your overall progress with the entire stages, all of the stages combined, or just that one singular stage at a time. And so we have here some more big air, but we're about to see one of the aspects that happens on certain tracks where it will go into first-person mode, and you'll be able to do this kind of wicked, awesome Sonic the Hedgehog loop-de-loop sort of system. And right up here, I do not believe I saw where the track told me to drift in time, nor did I see the yellow markers telling me to turn right. So I hit the wall pretty hard, and this is where I wasn't sure what button to push, because the game really does not give you enough time to check all of the button layout on that loading screen, and they stopped showing you that loading screen after the first two tracks. So I had to press every button in order to figure out which one would send me back to the main starting area of this race. And here we go, we're on the loop-de-loop again. And that's always a fun bit. There are more things like that in this game that will give you cool little aspects. You can change your camera at free as well, which I didn't do, because I hadn't figured that out until after I had finished playing the majority of the intro stages and went back to check out what the controls actually were. So, good news, we've unlocked some more customizations. Unfortunately, there's one downside with this game, is that the customizations you unlock aren't very good, and there aren't a lot of them. You have to keep playing in order to unlock even a smidgen of unlocks to customize your cars. So it's a little sad in that regard. So you don't start off with more than a few customization things. The game also doesn't really teach you, like, you know, if you customize the first car, it won't customize all the other cars. So you have to cycle through. I'll go over that in a bit when we get to the actual highlight of the customization garage. But this is just another one of these tracks. It's got some nice drifts in it. So some of the tracks will be a little bit more goofy. There's the pink frosted sprinkled donut, of course, the lard lad donut from The Simpsons. You know, this game has memes, you guys. I think that's a meme. That's still a meme, right? I mean, I know that Smosh did the whole pink frosted sprinkled donut with the food battle thing. But I think they took that from the Simpsons movie, right? That's the whole lard lad donut, and now that's a huge deal. But yeah, so I am just going to go ahead and skip ahead in the video to where we start getting to some of the canyon stages. Because the canyon is the second level you get, so there are different regions that you can go in. And so here we go, we're dropping down, and we're once again crossing the pink frosted sprinkled donut. I do not know why that is so popular around here. But here's our first big test of trying to thread the needle. So going maximum speed is obviously not going to help you here, because you'll hit that overhang every time. And what I didn't know is that there are two different buttons to restart. One to restart the entire track, which will restart your time for getting gold, and one to restart at your checkpoint. So we just crossed the checkpoint here, and what I didn't realize is that if I press the restart from checkpoint button, I will actually restart at that checkpoint, and I will be able to just easily see, here we go. I figured this one out. I figured it out by now. So I pressed that button, and now we're able to find out which one is going to be able to get me across. But it looks like I don't have enough top speed with this vehicle to make it, even with this boost here. So I think right now what I'm actually doing is I'm trying different levels of the gas, the acceleration, when I'm hitting the jump, because I want to make it underneath, and I just scooched through. So there you go. I was trying different levels of acceleration to make it through there, and I wasn't entirely sure. And of course, I hit a little ravine here, because the game does, like I said earlier, it does have some aspects of real physics to it. So if your wheels are spinning when you hit the ground, they will try and take you in the direction that they are spinning, and you can be easily careened out of sorts by hitting any small object or pit or even little groove like that in the track. So you want to pay attention to how you're landing and where you're landing and recorrect yourself, because right here I am absolutely going to spin out when I hit the ground, because I am still holding accelerate, because that is how I do. I hold accelerate like a madman. I never stop accelerating. Always be accelerating. ABE. Actually, that'd be ABA. I was thinking Excel, like the program. Microsoft Excel. ABE, always be excelling. And I think right here I hit the restart from the starting because I wanted to see if I could get the jump in one go. I wanted to see if I could do this in one go without restarting. So there's my ghost from the time that I actually made it. The game actually does... Actually, that wasn't my ghost that succeeded. That was my first time trial ghost that I did. That was weird. I thought it would use the ghost that actually succeeds. So I got a gold medal. There you go. I got a few gold medals, but I cut those out to jump ahead here in the canyon tracks. And so if you're looking for a good time trial game, this is a solid, well put together game that just has quite a few good tracks. Some of the tracks that come up, I think this is one where we basically have to thread the needle the whole time in this, like, aqueduct kind of dam area. I think this is it, yeah, because it'll put you up on the side like this and you have to manage your speed or else you'll fly off, and then you'll get into these tight quarters areas, so you're going to have to learn how to drift just slightly, though, because if you overdrift or don't drift at all, your momentum will take you off the side, like so, and you'll have to restart from checkpoint. It's just a very clear, a very good, solid time trial game that has some aspects of customization for your car. It's also got some body damage, so as you can see, I've got some dents, some scratches, some spoilers are off my car. I don't know if those affect performance or not. I, unfortunately, don't have enough tests or playing this game for long enough to see if they do affect that kind of gameplay. But it is nice that the more you fail, the more your car gets banged up. It resets when you reset the level, so it's not like a permanent thing. You don't have to worry about managing funds, but that's what it is. You will get damaged, and you will be racing against ghosts. And I assume that when you go online, you can play your friends' tracks if you have friends playing this, or other people who've uploaded their custom tracks or their ghosts. So if you really want to put yourself to the test and race some absolutely insane ghosts, because there are going to be people who are just absolute wizards at this game. So if you want to put yourself to the test, go ahead and try the online mode. Like I said, I wasn't going to be playing the online mode. I had no real drive. That was an accidental pun. But I have no real drive to go play the online mode, because after all, this was just basically showing off to you all the main premise of the game. I don't need to be playing online, because then you might get confused about how the ghosts work and such. So I just wanted to give you the bare minimum experience. I hit the wall just at the end there, but there we go. That's how you thread that needle pretty good. Got silver. I might have got gold if I hadn't hit those walls. So we're going to just jump ahead again just a bit to where I go to the customization field. Here we go. This is the loading screen for the garage. So you'll see they got the tracks. Trackmania, please wait. And this is where you can go to your custom paintwork. You can choose your country's flag or just a few options to the paint job. I think I unlocked 2 paints. I unlocked 2 paints when I unlocked those previous paint jobs, which are the Rising Sun one and this sort of green flag area. But what I'm not understanding here is that I'm not understanding why my car in the front isn't changing. But if you look in the background, you'll see the 3 other cars, because I think this Formula 1 car in the front is our online car. It's the one to represent us online. But the 3 in the back, I think, are the ones that represent us in the challenges. So you can get, like, aluminum-based metal or chrome-based metals that'll change the shine of your metals. You can also get numbers for your car if you wish to have numbers. I went with 21, I think, just because I liked the checkered mark flag there. And I guess 18 also looks pretty decent, now that I think about it. But, I mean, look at that. We unlocked a set of stickers, and I think all we got were 3 or 4 of these ones, because I think you start out with 00 and maybe 1 or 2 others. But, yeah, you only get to pick your main set, like your main paint job, your numbers, and your metal. And I think your helmet, your character's helmet, is also something you can change, but you barely see your helmet, so... and I think your logo, your online logo too, which I picked was a cheesecake. So that's pretty much all there is for Trackmania Turbo. If this is something that you think would be interesting to you, go ahead and download it if you have PlayStation Plus on your PlayStation 4, because it is free. And I think this is a great time to pick it up, because it is just a great little free game. If you want to waste a couple hours or an hour or even less, right, and you already have this downloaded, go ahead, load it up, boot it up. It's a great little time trial game, and I think you'll have quite a bit of fun with it. Unfortunately, there's not much more to it, and I'm kind of sad about that. So, I will see you all on the next episode of What's This on another Random Wednesday. Take care, everybody.